excited because we just got someone to rent our house today. Morning everyone, guess what? Today's the day. We are on our way to pick up our sailboat on my own. Driving my first sailboat ever. And then Corona invaded the world. Hey there everyone! A lot of you have been asking us what our sailing plans are because of all the uncertainty with COVID-19. We are so stubborn that we are still going to be renting our house out as of July 1st. What do you have on there, Nikolai? So this is a little bit of our story.
When we wake, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard times, you and I can weather any storm.
Hey guys, I am Leaf, and with my husband Ivan we have 3 boys who are sailing the world, and this is a little bit of our story. Many people dream of sailing the world for many years, plan for many years, maybe dream it their whole life. For us, it was a spontaneous decision. With me growing up in the Motor City capital of Detroit, Michigan, I hardly knew what a sailboat was. Ivan, he grew up in Kenya, Africa, and the only sail he knew of was a windsurfing sail. So you could say we were pretty fresh. Living purposefully with our 3 boys in a hectic everyday life was getting a little bit challenging. With Ivan working full days in the corporate world for over 10 years and me in an educational institution, we were beginning to feel like life was becoming monotonous and we could not tell the years apart. And our kids were getting older and older and it was going fast. So we were thinking we need to do something different that is giving us more time together. But we didn't really think this concretely. It was kind of in the back of our minds. We just kind of had this urge to do something different. We wanted something different, but we didn't talk about it. Until one day, Ivan comes home mid-August 2018, pre-pandemic, and says to me, "Leave, I have an idea. Come sit down." So he says to me, "What do you think about sailing the world?" And you know, he didn't know what my response would be, but I just kind of was ready. So I said, "Yes, let's do it. When do we leave?" So basically we were thinking we have to leave before the kids get too old. As Axel was already 12 years old and he was going to become a teenager soon. So we decided maybe 2 years would be good for planning and preparing, and let's see if we can do it. So basically on Friday night in mid-August, we dreamed the dream of sailing, and Friday night mid-August, we decided and made the plan. And basically from that day on, we didn't look back. So it was spontaneous to say the least, especially since we did not know how to sail, did not have a sailboat, and getting the house rented out, finding a boat, learning how to sail in 2 years. We wanted to make lifelong lasting memories together. This idea kind of culminated our desire to do all this and gave us an opportunity to be able to live the dream of having this time together. So the planning begins. Or maybe it was a midlife crisis that got us here. Who knows? Our instantaneous decision to move aboard a sailboat in just 2 years' time made it imperative to dive headlong into the process of finding and buying a sailboat that would meet our needs. Norway's boating season is about 6 months out of the year max. Keeping that in mind, we wanted to buy the boat within a year so we would have enough time to practice on her before setting sail for distant shores. We also anticipated the cost and the time it would take to upgrade the boat and install technology and gear that would make offshore passages safe. After scrolling through hundreds of sailboats, we ended up only visiting 4, all within Norway. And we found her in a little town called Drøbak, only a short 2-hour drive from our house. We landed on the Jeanneau Odyssey 43. It was big enough to meet our needs, yet small enough for us as inexperienced sailors to be able to handle. We fell in love with her and bought her in June 2019. Okay guys, we are here at Ep1 Marine on our new sailboat. You probably can't see it so well, but so, we left the security and comfort of our home, excited to explore the world, even though we'd miss our friends back at home. Besides securing more time together, we wanted to create lifelong family memories in our boys' identity-defining and formative years. Coming out! Oh my God! We wanted to have some fun. Show our kids things they've never seen before. Oh my God! Discover the variety of nature in all its beauty. We hope this trip would allow us to have long conversations at the breakfast table, have time to strengthen our faith together, to give the boys the opportunity to learn by discovery and impression, teaching them that educating oneself can be fun and hands-on. What'd you find here? Connect with nature. Oh,
millions of years ago, the ancestors of these trees populated southern Europe. We are currently situated in a forest which resembles the ancient forest.
How does that make you feel, huh? Let them see that life can be lived in a variety of spectacular ways. Meet people of diverse cultures and hola. Let them observe some of the realities of the world. There's a refugee boat. Oh, look at that boat. That's pretty thin. Oh, there's people there. We were up for the challenges that would come with an adventure like this, even though we knew some of them would be difficult. But what wouldn't break us would make us stronger. Sailing together long term would push us to work together like we've never done before. We also expected this experience to be a very educational and rich way to learn new practical life skills. Now Nikolai is learning how to steer the boat with Ivan's instruction. We would soon find out that we would meet some pretty amazing people along the way.
It would be nice if you come with us.
When we find out when the borders will open in the south, like in South Europe and in the Caribbean, then we will be sailing there whenever we can, and we're hoping it'll be this fall. Our plan to move on a sailboat and go sailing may sound spontaneous, but actually, with a good strategy, a lot of courage and frugality added to that hard work and just setting a date for departure, it was a feasible plan. It went from being a spontaneous sailing decision to a calculated sailing plan. And we're so glad that we made that decision. And this is the beginning of our journey. So thank you for following along. We hope our story inspires you to go for your dreams or your spontaneous decisions. Follow along if you want to see how far we get or if we even like sailing life.